Well, good afternoon. You'll have to forgive me for not dressing properly. I've got my pool outfit on. Can you see? Yes, it's his body and my head at the top. I guess that's what it's supposed to be, but I don't think it fools anybody. And apart from which, I don't like muscles like that. I like some fat on them. You know what I mean. If they're too lean and ripped, they just look too hard. I don't like them hard. They're not like that anyway. Well, I've actually had a good day. I woke up feeling shit and sorry for myself. But I've ended up having a really good day. I've been swimming and I have bathed all of the dogs, apart from Pussy because I did her the other day. But I did the rest of them today. I feel quite energetic and my drugs have lasted actually all day. Well, the morphine has. I mean, I've had to take more of the others. I am beginning to feel now, but that's okay. And I know tomorrow isn't going to be good, but tomorrow wasn't going to be good anyway. Despite, you know, and that's why I decided to do all the dogs, basically. It's as simple as that. Anyhow, I had an email nasty from a religious person, of course, from one of the knitting lists who... it's funny, I had already apologised for using harsh language, and I really rather wish I hadn't, because the harsh language wasn't harsh enough. She turned out to be a right cow. Very unpleasant. I got a private, as I said, an email nasty from her. And you know, all of the email nasties I get are from religious people, and they say the vilest things. I was defending poor put-upon people, and, you know, saying that we need to have compassion and understanding, and this silly bitch accused me of being totally self-centred, which of course is what her argument was in the first place, that, you know, these people are just bad people and you should judge and condemn them. Well, fuck her. No thanks. But anyway, that resulted in a video nasty. Sorry, that was something that used to go on in the 80s. The government, you know, against all these violent and nasty horror films that were being put onto video. Video was a really bad thing. It was bad enough that you had them in the cinema. You know, it sort of reminds me of that stupid twat. Was it Al Gore's wife, believe it or not? At least that's what I was told. I can't remember if it was her or not. Tipper Gore. Yeah, I think it was. You know, going on about the satanic records, if you play them backwards. What drugs was she on? Oh yes, I'm sure. You know, I think people spent ages, I certainly did. I tried getting it to go backwards and trying to listen, and all it did was make a lot of bloody noise and ruin the record. But you're probably, well, actually, maybe, well, some of you will remember. It was really quite stupid. And I've gone totally off track. No idea what I'm on about. But yes, it's a real pity that this woman's religious beliefs bring her no peace. She can't have any peace if she can be so spiteful and ignorant. And she clearly was. I mean, it was difficult to decipher her email because of the poor spelling, lack of punctuation. It took me a while to realise what she was going on about. But never mind. If she wants to pour spite into the world, then she ain't going to be very happy. I just really can't understand people who profess to follow somebody that is referred to as the Prince of Peace, but they're really unpleasant, spiteful doodahs. It doesn't compute to me. It never has. You know, some of the nicest, most peaceful people I've ever met have been atheists. I don't believe in them either. I'm all on my own here. I have my own little beliefs, and I don't need to justify them to you or to anybody else. I just have them, and that's all there is to it. Or they've been followers of, you know, something different. Neither, I think more like myself, where I don't have a religion, but I have fairly firm beliefs. Anyway, the kindest and most peaceful people have not been religionists. And that is my problem. Oh, I came across a new singer called Mary Gaucher. Actually, her surname is Gautier, like the French bloke, without the L. But she says it's Gaucher. Okay, Gaucher. But anyway, oh, what a singer. I mean, the words to her stuff is just absolutely astonishing. And you should listen to a song called Mercy Now. Just Google it. I heard it as the soundtrack to something I'm watching, and I figured out that the song would be called that. And I've added another female singer with guitar to my list of female singers and guitars because I like them. And John will think, oh my God, another miserable bitch. That's what he calls Joni Mitchell. Sorry, all you Joni fans, including me. I'm a Joni fan. I've got all her music. And he just thinks, you know, it's slit your throat time. I mean, well, to be honest, they are miserable bitches. Joni Mitchell is anyway. She hasn't got over anything much. You know, she's still moaning about the same thing she was 30 years ago. Oops, sorry, I hope you're not watching this. I doubt it very much. But anyway, I still like your music. Seriously, I do. And when I feel depressed, it really helps me feel more depressed, which is pretty good. Well, anyway, this Mary Gaucher. Oh, if you think Joni Mitchell's miserable. In fact, I don't think I've heard anybody more miserable than this Mary Gaucher. But my God, does she hit. And she has lots to say. And well worth listening to. I really do like lyrics that cut to the quick. And she cuts to the quick. You know, she's lived. She's had a whole load of shit. And she's, you know, Phoenix risen from the ashes. And I really do admire that. And she is actually quite frightening. Looking at the video and looking at the covers of her stuff, I think, oh dear, I don't think I'd want to cross you. But that's beside the point. And her music is sort of like, I mean, she clearly she's got a very southern twang, and she's singing with a guitar, and it's very sort of country, but it's not. It's a bit, it's raw, really raw. It makes me think of, what's her name, Nancy Griffith. Not that she's anything like Nancy Griffith, but Nancy Griffith I've always called sort of country with a brain. Well, Mary Gaucher's sort of country with a brain too. But, oh, as I said, she just cuts you to the quick. It's not very often that I like somebody instantly, but I liked her. Yes, I mean, it sounds sort of crass to say, but she's sort of singing for me. Yes, very good. And I'm going to listen to more of her. She's got about 4 or 5 albums, I understand. Well, have I got any point to make today? Not really, I'm just waffling on. And being myself. Have I got anything profound to say? Anything life-changing or world-changing? No, don't think so. Except I watched a very interesting programme the other day, and the scientist presenting it was a man called Dr. Bo Lotto. A very unusual name, and I couldn't figure out what his accent was. I thought, is he American? But his voice was far too soft for that. And was he Irish? Maybe. I quite often find it difficult to tell the difference between the two, but he was rather good looking, I suppose. Anyway, it was all about how colour doesn't really exist and that our brain invents it. And it says the effect that red has on people. See, red. Both on the wearer and on the viewer. So it made me think about when I wear red and when I don't wear red. And anyway, it was a fascinating programme. I do think I like watching science programmes and astronomy programmes and things about outer space. And anyway, that's enough twaddle, I guess. I'm going to go. Bye.